This conference will now be recorded.
In yesterday's class, we were discussing about field status variants, and with that, are you guys able to recollect anything, whatever we discussed yesterday? What is field status variant? Why do we use it? Anybody wanted to share your understanding? It's a kind of a revision for you. What is field status variant? Anybody? We'll also show you what we discussed yesterday. By looking into that, you'll be able to say something. Anything that comes to your mind whenever we say about field status variant? It shouldn't be the case. If you are so silent and there is no point that you attend the classes, whether it's a wrong or a right, you should be able to speak. So what if you go and attend an interview tomorrow, and if your interviewer asking a question and you still the silent, so do you think they will give you an offer letter? Certainly no, right? And whenever you are
Yeah,
facing with your
yesterday we have
client,
discussed. Yeah, sorry. Can I start?
go on, go on, go on,
Yeah,
Venkatesh.
yesterday we have discussed on SDRO. That's a press, display, required mandatory fields, optional, and we have discussed on client level as well as company code level. OBC4 is for company code level. Client level is for OB41. That is an optional.
Okay. So what is our understanding whenever we hear the word field status variant? Why do we need this? So what will happen if I don't configure field status variants in my project? Let's understand that point. Put whatever you understood so far. Anyone? If you say wrong, that is an opportunity for you to learn second time. If you don't say, I will assume that you already know it and you are shy to explain. It's later you are the one who is going to suffer whenever you attend an interview, right? So make sure you make use of these sessions at the best.
See, in
If you guys
general,
declare that, don't ask me any questions. I'm happy. I don't even ask any questions. I'll set you guys free and I'll explain whatever I wanted to. That will not serve the purpose. I mean, I'm a person who would expect people to get benefit from what I'm giving it. All right. Anybody who ever wanted to explain what is field status variant, why do we use it, and what will happen if I don't configure field status variant, and why any business would require field status variant? By answering any one of them in any direction would be helpful for you to understand the concept. On top of that, I'll add whatever the missing or your understanding gaps, if there are any. Anyone can go and explain about this, whatever you know about it. Anyone can give it a try. Okay. If this is just like any other institute, if I want to go display the content, this is a FICO course content, and this is completed, this is completed, this is completed. That way, it is very easy for me also to show that this is the list of activities as a FICO consultant we are going to cover, and I can cover each and everything in a less than 2 months period and say that a course is completed. So that will not serve purpose for you particularly. And also there is no satisfaction for me if I do that. That's the main purpose. I'm going very deep about the topics. Whatever you understood about that topic, only on that I'm asking you very particularly. Otherwise, I don't even ask you so much stress. Okay. So let me proceed further. So in case you guys didn't get a chance to understand yesterday class or didn't attend yesterday class, but still I'll revise this one more time like I committed. We'll go through more scenarios and we'll wrap this field status variant topic today. Okay, field status variant. So whenever you try to post any transaction, you will see a lot of of fields on that particular screen. Let's say right side, the screenshot which I have taken is one of them from FB50. Whenever you go to FB50, the information that I have taken as a screenshot is header level information. Similarly, there will be a line item level transaction information also, where there is more fields in line item as well. Whenever your business wanted to control any field particularly, if they wanted to make it as a mandatory to enter, or they don't want to display at all, like hide the field, or they wanted to display only for a display purpose but nobody is supposed to change it, for a reference purpose or to confirmation purpose we want to display, then we'll use display option. Display, then optional is the one where you are going to use to make that field as an optional, whether to enter any data or not, up to them. So it's a kind of an optional, it's not mandatory. Though you enter something or don't enter also, system will not stop you there will not be any error, or there might be a warning for a certain fields, and you will be able to move further with that particular transaction. Okay, so that's a quick about understanding to control any field, how you wanted to display them, like I have already explained. So SDRO, suppress, display, required and optional. Whenever we say suppress, to hide any field, if I don't want to display from this view, I just wanted to hide completely, then I'll use suppress option. If I just wanted to display and nobody wants to make any changes to that particular field, then I'll simply display. So just like SA document type in this example is a display only. I have clearly given that here. And required, when I say required, it's a mandatory field, like your posting date, document date, period, currency. Without that, you will not be able to proceed further. And optional, you see the reference text in this case was optional, and cross CC number was optional. So, and also header text was optional. In these three fields were optional in this particular example only. In certain cases, what will happen, I wanted to make this reference going forward as mandatory for all cash related accounts. That is what we were looking yesterday, right? Whenever there is a miscellaneous expenses that I'm spending, so whenever I say miscellaneous expenses, these are going through my cash, which is a petty cash. Whenever I spend my petty cash, I wanted to track them with either UPI ID or any voucher number or any check number. As it is a petty cash, there is no check comes into picture. So everything is a cash. Either it should be a UPI number or it should be a voucher number, or it can be anything, in depends on a business. It's just one reference number where you can track that. Okay, that's what we started discussing. And also I showed you where we can control this at a two levels. One is at your company code level, which is using OBC4, and this is specific to that particular company code only. And second level where you can control, which is at a client level, which using OB41 tree code. Both, wherever you are maintaining, the same fields are there, and you need to make sure both are aligned to each other. There should not be any conflict between them like this. If there is a conflict, system will show inconsistency messages, which means that will lead to inconsistencies and you will not be able to post any transactions properly. Okay, today we'll look into this particular aspect and go one by one scenario, and I will ask you guys to answer me today. And what is your understanding? Let's say whenever we have client level as an optional, company code level as a suppress, what would be the result? We seen that yesterday. If it is optional here and suppress here, final result is suppress. What is suppress means? What is suppress?
Side.
It's a hiding. Let us check that today practically, whether that is going to happen or not. Okay, so hope my SAP screen not yet visible. Let me change my view to SAP screen to be visible. So tell me once my SAP screen is up. Okay,
That is visible.
it's visible. Okay, let me make little smaller so that you can see our example also side by. Okay, so what is my first requirement? If I look here, client level, I wanted to make it as an optional, and company code as a suppress. If I want to make under client level, which field are we referring? Let me make a reference. Okay, let us test only reference field for now. You can test with any field, but for now, let me go with only reference field. So let's say FB50, I'll show you first. Under FB50, let me enter posting date. You see the reference field here. Currently, is it visible or not? Is it hidden or is it displaying in FB50
Display
under company code ACC0? It's visible.
visible.
I wanted to hide this field. How would I hide? This is not an Excel where you can directly select and hide this. That will not happen, right? So because it's an SAP application, there should be a proper settings which you need to make it to hide certain things, right? So how am I going to hide this reference field? I wanted to hide this. How do I do that? That we call it as a suppress. Okay. Under company code level, I wanted to suppress. Let me go and do that. Where do we do that? Company code level field status maintenance. What is the T code for a company code level?
BC4, sir.
BCC0, no?
OBC4.
Yes, sir.
Whenever you go to OBC4, what is your field status variant? Our variant is ACCN. Our variant is ACCN. Go to ACCN under using transaction code OBC4 and select field status groups. Under G001 is where we are controlling this. Under general data, you will find, okay, this is an assignment number. We are looking for a reference number. So let me go back. Let me check here. Where is that reference number? I think reference was somewhere else. Let me go with assignment number only. Assignment number, currently it says optional. Let me make it as a suppress. This is what we see there, assignment number, and I wanted to hide this. Okay, so I'm just saving this. So let me make this maximum. So let me save this. There is a TR number getting generated. Whenever there is a TR number getting generated, which is your configurational changes, which require you to move this configuration into production also. You need to make sure it moves to the production. Otherwise, you can directly maintain in a production. If it is not giving a PR, which means that's a production activity directly where you can perform as a part of your cutover activities. Okay, now I saved it. Let me see. Okay, /n, yeah, B50 again. The reference field we are talking about, assignment. Okay, assignment, you will find F-02 at the line item level. Let me show you here. We'll come back to this example one more time. So let me take cash account. Whenever there is a cash account, I take it. There is no assignment field here, but let me go next. Do you see any assignment number currently here in this screen? Or let me go to more data. Let me enter some amount. If I go to more data also, it is not showing anything. So more data, it is simply displaying here only. If I say more, it will display more here. Otherwise, it will hide some more fields. Okay, here more also assignment is not popping up because we have hidden already. Let me go back /OOBC4. Let me bring that back. Okay, it is already there. Where is this? Here it is. Let me go to G001 again, general data, and assignment number, we made it as a suppress. Let me make this as an optional and save this one more time. I have saved it. Let me redo this transaction /n F-02. Okay, so let me enter date and select cash account. Now, do you see this assignment field here? It is coming up. Earlier it was not showing. Are you able to make out this difference or not able to identify this difference? Should I take a screenshot and show you? Okay. Let me take this screenshot at this moment. You are able to see assignment field here. Agree? Tell me if there is any confusion in this. There is assignment field displaying now.
Yes, sir. We can
Yes,
see.
sir.
What will happen if we hide this? Let me go here under general data. I'll suppress it, assignment number. What am I expecting if I suppress? This field should not come next time. Okay, let me repeat the transaction. Always make sure you repeat the transaction. Don't enter on the same screen. Okay, so let me enter document date. This time the field should not be there. When I go here, only text is available. Let me bring the screenshot forward. Can you compare these two, just like what we do usually in our puzzles, right? So find the missing thing or find matching thing kind of thing. Now do you see under this screen, there is only text. Here there is a text along with assignment also earlier. But here there is no assignment. Why assignment is not coming? Because
Yeah, we have suppressed.
we have suppressed it. Okay. This is how your business users are going to ask you whenever I am entering so and so transaction, whenever I use cash account, my assignment field is not coming up. Whenever I use a different account, let me enter different account here, capital account for example. So capital account also we made G001 as field status group, so it will display. For now, what I will do slash OFS00. Let me change that for capital account so that you will make the difference. Okay, let me go to capital, double click the capital, edit, and go to create cash and bank. Instead of G001, I'll use G002 for now. Okay, okay, it is not allowing. What is the error? G002 is not defined. Somebody deleted. Okay, fine. Let me use G003 for now. Save. I just saved it. Now, if I use this transaction one more time, let me go back. Slash NF-02. Select this date and enter your cash account first. Whenever I select a cash account, the first one, and go next, assignment field is not coming up here. Agree? And I'm entering amount. But when I enter credit line or 50 posting key with a different account, I'm using my capital account. Where is my capital account? This is the one. When I use my capital account, 211 account, this is a 1210 account, which is a cash. 2110 is my capital account. Whenever I am using capital account and press enter, the assignment field is displaying. You see the assignment field here for this 211 account, capital account assignment field is coming, but for other one it is not coming. So this is your user issue what they have raised. So how do you answer their query and how are you going to solve it? Whenever you see the cash account, there is no assignment. Let me go next line. So in capital account, there is an assignment field, but I want vice versa. This is your question. What you supposed to do? You need to check for each account, what is the field status group that we have assigned in FS00. First, understand this requirement. Understand this requirement, each account, what is the field status group that we have assigned, and go to this respective field status group. Simply you can double click here, G003, and find where is that field. I don't have here. It looks like it is there in general data only. In this field, it is optional currently. For what? Particularly for a capital account, it is optional. But for a cash account, it has suppressed. That's the reason I'm not able to see. Are you able to understand now? If I want to suppress, what am I supposed to do? If I want to make it again display, what am I supposed to do? Okay. So here is where you are going to make changes using OBC4. This is for a company code level. So now let us go back and experiment this another option what we were thinking or what we were discussing. At a client level, I wanted to keep it optional. In a company code, I wanted to suppress. For a cash account, so far we have suppressed the assignment field. Instead of reference, let me change this as assignment field. Okay. Assignment field, you wanted to change it. Where do I change that assignment field? So let me go to OB41, which is at a client level, OB41. In OB41, What is that first posting key that I'm using it, which is a 40 is for debit and 50 for credit. Okay, so cash account or any account that you use, whenever I use 40 posting key, I wanted to make it optional under client level. So that's my requirement. So this is controlled at posting key level. 40 is our debit entry. Let me double click on debit. Currently, the maintain field status here exactly the same what we have seen earlier. Here under general data, currently it's an optional, but I want that to be as an optional only. And other side, I wanted to keep it as now. You are able to understand at a client level, I wanted to keep as optional, and company code level, I wanted to suppress. Is this what we have done here? So let me show you that. OB41, this is the one, and let me put this side, and this side G001 general data. All the fields looks exactly the same, but if you look into this particular transaction code at the bottom, it will tell you, okay, where we are exactly in. So let me put this way and show you what exactly I'm explaining. Hope you can see both the screens, right? I mean, what I'm showing here.
Company code as well as the client.
Right. So just give me a sec. I'm just getting a call. I'll come back 1 second. Okay. Sorry guys. What I was trying to show you here is the left side screen that we see is for client level OB41. Makes sense? And the right side one that you have is for, let me see if I can, okay, reduce this size. Okay, I'm able to reduce it. So now it will be very much clear for you. So now tell me if you are able to see both the screens, OB41 and OBC4. Now tell me what is the field status that we have it here in both the screens. Let me highlight this here. OB41 and OBC4. Tell me this assignment field, whether it is a suppress or whether it is optional entry. I'll put it here for your reference. Is this screenshot visible for everyone, or should I make it little bigger?
Little bigger, please.
Is it fine now? Is the field status of assignment number in both the levels, which is client level left side, the right side is our company code level, is both are same or different for assignment number?
Different.
Different.
Client level you have put optional.
Client we made it as optional. Is that what our scenario here? Client level as an optional, and right
Company
side is
code level suppress.
suppressed. And what should be the result that we are expecting whenever we have a client level optional, company code level as a suppress? What should be my result supposed to be? When you look into SDRO, that will tell you. It will suppress.
Should be suppressed.
Okay. Is this clear? Whatever I'm saying, this particular sentence, whenever your field at a client level is optional, company code level is a suppress, final result will be suppress.
Yes.
You are able to understand this or any confusion in this? Yes, no, you're not understanding, you understood.
Understood, sir.
Yes.
Understood, right? Practically, I'll show you now. This is the configuration we made. At a client level, we made it as optional. Company code level, we made it as a suppress. I'm expecting the field should not come at all in my screens whenever I use a posting key called debit 40. Whenever I use 40 across any GL account, it will not come because we are hiding completely. Okay, let's see that what happens. Okay, let me go here and I'll show you now. We are on a live screens. Let me save both. Let me save here and let me save this also. Okay, I have saved in both the places. Inconsistent field status. Okay, which one is inconsistent? The assignment for additional account, assignment cost center and additional. Okay, this is for different field. Let me see that. Okay, the changes have been saved and let's redo this transaction /n f-02. So what is the what is the debit posting key that we are talking about? 40. Whenever I enter 40 posting key, enter any account. It can be anything this time. So it says cash account only. Let me go with this. Is there a assignment field coming up here for a cash account whenever I enter 40 debit key?
No.
No, it is suppressing. Is that what working exactly what we are expecting,
Client level, it is optional.
right? So though there is a one level optional, other level it is suppressed as per the SDRO concept, which is highest priority for a suppress, system is suppressing the field. Is that clear? Now let me bring that again. Okay, let us test with one more line here. Let me put 50 posting key and go with the same account, cash account. 50, we have not made it as suppress. So I think let me show you that 50 here. This is a currently 40 key. Let me open 50, maintain field status, general data. Assignment number says optional here also. Okay. So we are not controlling this at a posting key level. So let me go here. Here also it is not coming up because for a cash account, we made it as suppress. So it is suppressing.
Yes.
So let me go back. So let me enter 50. Let me change the account number. In this case, in this time, I'll use capital account. Where is my capital? This is my capital account. Under capital account, what did we use? We used G003 as our field status variant, right? Now, I am expecting assignment field should come. Though it's a 50 posting key or a 40 posting key, whatever you use it, for a capital account, it will come. It is coming here. For a capital account, the assignment field is popping up. Any confusion? Are you guys able to follow this?
Yeah. Field status variant you have changed for that reason. Assignment tab is showing.
Right. So now let's go back to second example, whatever we are looking into. So let me keep this screenshot aside. Now the first one is clear. And now what we will do, second one, client level, I'll make it as a suppress. Company code level, I'll make it as a display. What should be the resultant value here? Whenever there is a suppress and display, between suppress and display, again, it will take suppress.
It's suppress.
There is no display at all. Completely, it will suppress. Let's say, let's do that. The one, what we are trying now here is at G001. This is the company code level. Company code level, what we want to do, we wanted to display. So let me display. Here we don't have a display. So let me make it as optional entry. Done. And let me make a suppress here. Where is this? OB41. This is OBC4. And this, okay, this is OB41 here. Okay, so OB41, let me go back, posting key 40, I'll use it. Let me use posting key 40, maintain field status, general data, and assignment number I'm going to suppress here. Here what I did under G001, I made it as optional. Here I'm suppressing it. If you suppress in any one of the place, system will suppress completely. That's the thing you need to understand. Okay, because this as per SDRO rule, it takes S as a highest priority. Now let us redo this transaction. F-02, enter transaction date, and account number, you enter any account number, because we made a 40 posting key completely suppressed. Any account that you use this time, either a cash or a capital account is what I'm trying as a 40. I'm expecting assignment field should not come. Is assignment field coming here? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Is this working as we are expecting or not? It's not working.
Not working.
I was expecting this should not come, but it is coming. So this is where you need to understand system logic properly. And you made changes here in OB41 to hide it, but still that is not reflecting it. Why? So where is OB41? Let me go to OB41. Okay, it still says inconsistent field status. It didn't get saved, so we didn't complete this here. Okay, let me enter. So see, now there is a tr saved. Let me come back and try one more time, because that was changes were not saved. So let me go back and try this transaction again. /n f-02. So posting key 40. You choose any account, either cash or a capital. Once again, I'll go with a capital account. Now the field not supposed to come. Now do you see assignment field here?
No.
No, right?
No.
Why assignment field is not coming? Because we have suppressed it under posting key level, right? You suppress in company code level or a client level, any one place, system will suppress. As suppress is the first priority. Next priority is display. Yes, DRO. Next one is a display. Now let us do a display versus suppress, whether it will give inconsistency or whether otherwise will go. We have here between suppress and display, what is it giving? It is suppressing. Agree? That is what we check. Now required versus optional. So one place I am saying it's a mandatory, other place I am saying is optional. What should be my result?
It is required.
It is required, and let us see if there is any inconsistency or whether system behaves as expected. Okay, let me go here again. The same thing. We'll check the same settings. We'll open OBC4 and we'll open OB41 both. Okay, so let me put OBC4 here and G001. I'll make this as OBC4 is what? Our company code level. What I want to do at a company code level, I wanted to make at a company code level as optional. So let me do that. Company code level OBC4. OBC4 is at company code level. Assignment I wanted to make it as an optional. It is already optional. Okay, so done. I'm not going to make any changes here. At OB41 level, OB41, what is my posting key? Again, let us test with only 40 itself. You can test with any posting key, but I'm going with 40 to make it more easy for you to understand the concept. Otherwise, you can try with any posting key. What is 40, 40, 40? Something wrong. Let me check here. 40 is at the end. Okay, 40. Maintain field status, general data. I'll make it as a required entry here. Let me save. Okay, I saved in both the places. Let us test that. Again, redo the transaction. Don't use the same screen for whenever you do such configuration changes. So to reflect properly, you need to go back and open the screen freshly. So this time under posting key 40, I made it as a required entry at one place. Other place I made it as an optional. Let's see whether system asks you to enter mandatorily or make it as an optional itself. So let me go with the cash account. So press enter. Do you see assignment field as a tick mark here now? Which means mandatory, all the tick marks. If I enter 100 here, if I press 50 and any other account, let me select capital account. If I press enter, this should not bypass. This should stop me to enter assignment number. Is it stopping me? Fill out all required entry fields.
Yes.
It is saying fill out all required entry fields. You have attempted to update data or start an action. However, not all required information was specified. What you're supposed to do? The system response is the action could not be executed. You can't execute anything further. How do you fix it? The procedure will tell you what you need to do to fix it. So it tells you enter all required information. Fields in which you must enter data are pre-filled with a check mark or a question mark by the system. If the current screen contains the tabs, check all the tabs to make sure you have filled in all the required fields. Then restart the action. Okay. So here, without entering anything, you can enter anything. It's up to you. More business will tell you generally what they wanted to maintain. If they want to maintain your UTR number, unique transaction reference number from your UPI, maintain that. Or if they say check number, you maintain that. Or if they say that use invoice number here, maintain that. Whatever it is. But this field is a mandatory. If I want to enter only numbers here, no text, that is going to be another enhancement which you need to do. You need to write a functional specification along with a logic how to control this field. This particular field, nobody is supposed to enter anything other than numbers. So just like here you see, other than number, if you enter some text, it will not allow you. It will tell you GL account DF DDT so does not exist. So this strictly is not allowed. You need to use only the existing value. Similarly, in reference field also, can I do something like that? We can do that. Assignment number also you can do that. How do we do that? You need to write a functional specification along with a logic where your ABAPer will make certain changes in the backend program. Okay, that we'll discuss separately. For now, you understand the very basic concept. What is field status variant? How should I control? Now you are able to see wherever we made mandatory in one place, other place we made it as an optional. System is 41. Where is my 40? Let me go here. My 40, I made it as required here. So is system is not allowing me to proceed without entering the assignment field. Understand? That is what we have done. Okay. So now is this clear or any confusion in this? Required versus optional. It is taking required. Correct? Now the last option. This is the tricky one which you need to understand. Same logic, no difference. One place I am saying as a suppress, other place I am making it as a required. Okay. What is suppress means? Hiding. Other place I am saying mandatory. If you hide something and still say fill that, how I will fill it without displaying the field? So OB41, which is your any place you can do that, but we'll do OB41 as suppress. Okay, let me save here. Enter. Add OBC4. Okay, it is already open. Let me go to that. Here is my OBC4. Under OBC4, this is our field status variant. Select this field status variant and go to groups. Under groups, G001 is what we are looking for. So make this as required. Other place we made suppress and here we are making as required. Make sense? You remember, right? So other place what we did, OB41. I'll show you here. Under posting key, which posting key that we tried? At 40. We tried at 40 as suppress. Can you see both of them? Place it suppress, other place it's required. Is that clear for everyone? I mean, whatever the criteria I am entering, suppress in one place, required in one place. Agree? Let me save both. I saved here and let me save here also. Okay, I saved in both the places and let us go back and check. Is this what the scenario that we are experimenting now? Suppress versus required. Now, what should be the resultant value whenever there is a suppress and required?
It's confusing actually. Required also you have mentioned. Suppress
Okay.
also mentioned. In this case, it will take suppress. Huh? I don't know exactly.
Okay, what is the
Same
priority as
concept.
per SDRO? It's a suppress, right?
Suppress.
As per priority, it is a suppress. Supposed to be suppress, but this is an inconsistency issue, which means both are not align each other. Now let's test that. While posting an entry, you will get to know the clear error message. I want you to observe this error message very clearly. So let me restart F-02 and say either use any account 40, the cash account. The moment I go to next screen, you will find inconsistencies. Read this message. This is the message which I am talking about. Let me make
Okay.
this report. You guys tell me if this makes sense to you.
In this case, we can't proceed.
Right? So system will not allow you to proceed further. Let me see if I can take that here. It has taken everything. Fine. So still okay. Otherwise, what I'll do, I'll just take only that particular screenshot. We just are interested only this one, not everything. Wherever we make this kind of consistency issues, system will not proceed further. You need to understand whenever you are making certain configuration changes, make sure you understand the logic. Whenever there is a suppress versus required, system by default will try to suppress the field. Whenever it suppresses, it will still go in a backend and check a status for this also. In company code level, I want to enter some information, but field is not displaying, which is a mandatory. So it gives you inconsistency issue, something like this. It says rules for posting key 40, where we did that 40 posting key here, which is in your client level, and account level 1210 set incorrectly for so and so field, ZUONR field. So system will not allow you to proceed. You understand what it is? Is this clear now?
Yes, sir.
This is what I was explaining. So field status is a very small topic, but when you go deeper, how to understand system behavior, this is how you need to understand. If you understand this much about field status variant, there is nothing else you need to know. This is all you need to know. Okay. If you are able to experiment by practice these four scenarios by making client level and company code level changes, if you are able to see this result and if you understand the topic, you will be able to explain this to anyone, just like what I'm explaining to you now. That's more than enough for you if you are able to do that. Okay, make sure you will be able to do this. Clear? Any confusions in this about field status?
Clear. Clear.
So this is how you can control a fields at a two levels, one at a company code level, other one at a client level. Whenever you are making certain configurations, make sure there is no inconsistencies that you are going to do it. Okay, that's all about field status variant. Maybe in next class, what we will do, we'll pick any other topic. Maybe let's see OBC4. Okay, we spoke about field status variants. Maybe we can go with posting period variant. This we have to go deeper. We'll go deep about posting period variant in next class. Similarly, what we have tried for a field status variant, we'll try here also. By changing multiple business scenarios, we'll understand business flow, what business is expecting. We'll pick that business scenario and we'll do that. So what is my business scenario? Let me put right away here. Maybe tomorrow when you come for the class, you can also come up with different scenarios, or you can tell me the output what we are expecting. Let's say posting period variant. Okay. Why do we use posting period variants? To control periods to post entries. Whether you want to allow somebody, when I say control, to post or not to post, you are going to control by way of allowing that respective period. That is what posting period variant. So how do we do that? This we do at using OB52. So let's go there and show you that. OB52 is where it will ask you your posting period variant. The main difference between ECC and S4HANA, if somebody is using ECC, you will not get this pop-up if you are in a ECC. Straight away, it will jump. In S4HANA, this will give you an extra filter, which is a determine work area for entry. So this is not available. I'll show you in ECC also. So let me log into ECC. The one currently which I showed you just now is a S4HANA. This is ECC system. You see this ERP and you see here ECC. This is ECC system. This is S4HANA system. How do you make sure this is S4HANA system? You see here S4 in the server. If you go here also, it will tell you here what is the server name. Where is this S4HANA? I think in the status system, status also, you can see that. That's what we have seen earlier. You go here, you will be able to see this all S4HANA. S4 core, S4 CRM. If you go to installed product version also, it will tell you S4 HANA on premises 2021 version. So similarly, if you go here, system and status, it will tell you ECC. Here also you can see ECC clearly. It will tell you EHP7 SAP ERP 6.0, which is your ECC version. And also host also you will see ECC here, and server name also it is ECC. This is ECC system. So let me create the same T code here also and show you. 1 second. When you are in ECC OB52, observe the difference. It straight away move to all the fields. But whereas in S4HANA, it will not go straight away whenever you say that. It will give you an extra filter to enter that. If you say maintain on, only then it will go to this. Otherwise, we will be able to filter straight away ACC0, whatever the posting period variant you wanted to control, which is not there. Let me change that to ACCN. Now you see posting period variant here, ACCN particularly, you see only those results. Here it says 1142 entries. Here it says only 6 entries. These 6 entries related to only this particular variant, not for everything. This is one of the main difference between ECC and S4HANA. Remember this difference whenever you are talking about differences between ECC and S4HANA. You should be able to talk this point. Don't talk about ECC is advanced, ECC is a old version, S4HANA is advanced version. These are all very common things everybody will talk. As an experienced consultant, you need to bring the relevant points which are very much relevant in your day-to-day business. That's all everybody will be interested in. Okay, this is one of the main difference whenever you come to OB52 screen, which is your posting periods. How do we maintain? So in S4HANA, the first difference what you see here is you will be able to filter or control or sort, sorry, rather than sort, I will say filter values by posting period also, posting period variant also. But whereas in ECC, you don't have that option. Let's see if that is available here. For that, you need to go to selection and say by contents. Now you will be able to do that here. Here you might find what is the variant. It's at a variant. Let me see that. Where is that? Posting period variant. Here is posting period variant. Select this and say continue. And here you enter whatever the variant that you wanted to control. Let's say 0001. If I say this, choose, only 0001 will come now. Here also I'm able to filter it, but this is a two-step process. But here the straight away process in S4HANA, that is simplified in S4HANA. So next difference is, let me make this little bigger. The left side one is ECC. Always you keep your eye here in the status also. I no need to tell you which system I am in. Don't get confused. Here, when you look here, you see posting period 1 and year, 2 period and year. Until here, this is called one interval. 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. This is your interval 1. So let me take this to Excel. That way it will be very much easy for you. Let me see if I can extract this information. Save, transport, edit. Where do I have this? Let me download this. The download is not available. It is disabled. Okay. So let me take this as a screenshot and put here so that we will do that translation. Until here, I'll take authorization group. I think that's all the fields we have it. Nothing else after authorization group. Authorization group is the last field. Okay, I'll put here. This is your ECC screen. Okay, so these are the fields we have it, and I'll put S4HANA here so that you will be able to make it. Let me go to S4HANA now. Come here. This is my S4HANA, and where is my? Okay, let me try this one more time. OB52. So let me use this time maintain all. I'll show you as we are filtering that was not giving all the options. I wanted to show you this. So let me take a screenshot from here. Okay, 1 second. Let me reduce this size so that we can see all the fields on one screen. I want to see, okay. I want you to see this clearly, okay. Okay, now all the fields are in one screen. Let me see this. Now, can anybody tell me what are the main differences between these two?
In S4HANA, we are having some additional fields.
Additional fields you see here from period.
Yeah.
Okay, let me highlight that straight away here so that it will be easy for you to identify. You see this additional fields, period 3 particularly in S4HANA. This is your S4HANA. This is S4HANA. Let me copy this. Okay, this is ECC. In ECC, you don't find period 3. Makes sense? This is the another difference. Differences between ECC and S4HANA. When somebody asks you, there are two differences which we spoke already. First one, in S4, can filter the variants, filter by variant, can filter by variant by default. This is by default. But in ECC, that's a two-step process. The second difference, we call this additional fields as interval. Interval 3 is available in S4. Why do we use this interval 3? This is particularly for CO documents. Whenever you wanted to post controlling, which is a CO module documents, we'll use posting period 3. How we were maintaining that in ECC? Try researching about this. We'll discuss in detail about this point tomorrow. So how was that maintained then in ECC? If it was not there here, there should be a different mechanism, or there should be something else we need to understand. These are the main two differences if you ask me, particularly to this transaction code at this stage. Okay, remember this. Whenever you are talking for an interview, you should be able to remember points and say that. Okay, whether you are working in ECC or not, whether you are using S4 or not, the screenshots that I'm providing, you will be able to remember this. By looking into these notes also, it will be very much easy. You no need to go to the system and check. If you have a system, go and check and experiment also. It will be very much same. Okay, this is what at a high level for you to know the differences between ECC and S4HANA with respect to posting period variants. But we'll discuss tomorrow in detail. You see this account types here plus ADKMS, and we have from account and to account. Period, we have it here. How we are going to control any period. If I want to allow particular account type or how system behaves with all this combination, we'll understand in detail tomorrow. Okay. So if you have any questions with respect to OB52, pass them for today, and tomorrow when I complete this topic, it will be very much clear for you. Okay. So today, if you have any questions until whatever we discussed, including your field status variants that we covered today, let me know so that I'll clarify. Everybody understood how field status variant works? Still any confusion?
No, it's clear.
Okay, great.
Sir, it is
Any other
clear.
questions?
So the explanation is clear, but I have a question here.
Yeah, Chaitanya. Sure.
Sir, for the GL accounts in FS00, we are specifying for a particular field status group, we are specifying, right?
Right.
G001 or
Mhm.
so. Similarly, for GL account posting or any other screens, where do we actually specify that particularly?
The field status variants you are referring to?
That field status group, sir.
Field status groups, once we define the group, groups are already there. Field status variant is what we are creating. Under that, we'll copy all the groups. Okay. So whatever
Yes,
the
sir.
changes that you are making under any one of those groups, those fields are going to uh, action accordingly whatever the changes that we have made. Whether you made a suppress, the respective field is going to suppress in that respective account entry. Okay, you are saying for a GL accounts is what we are maintaining. How about for other accounts?
Yes,
Correct.
sir.
Apart from GL,
Correct.
can
Yes,
you
sir.
name apart from GL what you are referring to?
Means, for example, in F-02, we
Mm-hmm.
were directly making those changes in G001 field
Correct.
status group.
Mm-hmm.
Means, how can we know whether we should make those changes only in G001 or
Maybe not in G double
G003,
zero three or G double zero four, something like that.
G00, something like that? Yes, sir.
Perfect. I think that we spoke already yesterday, and I'll show you one more time. So let me go back to SAP. Okay. This is where is my SAP visible, right? SAP screen.
Yes, sir. We can see.
So let's go back. Let me see if other things is also okay. Okay. I'll make sure there is only one screen is available so that we will not miss anything. Okay. So there are multiple things which comes into picture whenever you talk about field status groups. Okay. First thing. So we spoke about FS00, which is your account level or a company code level. For every account, we are assigning that. Okay.
Yes,
So let
sir.
me show you under here G001, which I assigned. If I say cash account, let me open cash account. This is the account. For a cash account, what is the group that I have assigned? G001.
G00.
If I wanted to control any fields for a cash account, I'm going to use G001. Under
Yes,
cash
sir.
account, the same fields will pop up. What are the fields will pop up? General data fields, additional account assignments, material management, payment, asset, taxes, foreign payments, consolidation. Under general, for example, there are this many fields. If I go down, there are some more. These many fields I can control for my cash account alone because I am using G001 as field status group here. This group contains, let's say, 20 fields or 100 fields, out of which field I wanted to display, which field I wanted to make it mandatory, which field I wanted to suppress, is what I'm going to decide under G001 group. Where is that G001 group again? Under your OBC4. Now, if you go to OBC4, okay, that's okay. Go here. Now you need to find your field status variant first. With respect to this company code, we have created ACCN. Under ACCN, select ACCN, go here. Here you find G001. You will find G001 in many places. ACCN also we have it. What if you select this 1900 and go here? Here also you will find G001. Don't make changes under 1900. This is not your variant at all. Okay. Consider that this is not your car. You can't make any modifications to this car, 1900 car. Your car is what? ACCN. You go to your car, this one, and make whatever the changes you want. You are free to do that. If you make someone else place, that will not have any impact for you, right? So they will face impact on that. So under ACCN variant, go to G001, and under general data, now you decide which field you want to do what. Not only general data, anything for that matter. Additional assignments, or material management, or whatever the field that you wanted to control, go and check accordingly. Here is where you will maintain. For every account, you will assign this group. This group is controlled from OBC4. From here, you will make those changes. Does that answer your question? Still anything remains?
Yes, sir. So basically, my doubt is uh, in the field status group, we actually have to make this configuration only at the GL account or at the posting key level. Do we
Levels,
have
correct. Either you can
any
do at a
other?
posting key level or a GL account level. Correct.
Okay. Means, for example, for now we have not touched invoice posting yet. Means,
Okay.
should we also make these changes at invoice posting level also? Means anything
Anything that you do, you will be able to do only with these two. Any journal entry that you are posting, tell me the most important things comes in your journal entry. Invoice posting also journal entry, kind of a
Yes,
journal
sir.
entry. You will have a one debit and one credit in your invoice posting also.
Yes, sir.
Anything else in your invoice posting apart from debit and credit?
Basically, invoice number, reference fields, or something like
No, no,
that.
no. Generally, is it a debit and credit posting? One line is a debit, the other line is a credit.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Invoice
correct.
posting. If you are making a rent payment, there is also will have a debit and credit.
Yes, sir.
Agree? And any other transaction, let's say sales, you are making sales to customer. This is also a journal entry, debit and credit
Yes,
only.
sir. One
You
debit
will have
and
a
credit.
debit and
Yes,
credit. And purchases you are making, this will also have a debit and credit. It can be different amount, but there will be one debit and one credit at least. And
yes,
now
sir.
asset purchase. This will also have a debit and credit.
Yes, sir.
And depreciation. This will also have a debit and credit journal entry posting. Why I'm saying this? Wherever you see this debit and credit, particularly every debit and credit, how system understands by way of posting key.
Yes, sir. Correct.
Understand? Posting key is something where your system will read whether that particular transaction is a debit or a credit. That
Yes,
is
sir.
what we are maintaining here under OB40. If you go here, OB41, it will tell you all these posting keys. It will tell you whether it is a debit or a credit. In our very first classes, we spoke about posting keys and which key is for whom, whether it is for a customer or for a vendor or for GL accounts or for assets or whatever it may be, or a material, whether it is a debit or a credit.
Okay, sir. Now it is clear, sir. Yeah, yeah,
Right?
got it.
Each posting key is managed with debit and credit, and along with that account number is also we are going to enter either in a debit or also in a credit. There should be one account at least in a debit. Without account number, can I post any journal entry?
No, sir.
In this case, can I say posting key and account number both are mandatory for any journal entry?
Yes, sir. It is correct.
Without this, I
Both
can't
are
post any journal entry at all.
correct,
So
sir.
these are the two places we are controlling. Posting keys we are maintaining using OB41,
OB
all the
41.
posting keys. All the accounts we are controlling with OBC4.
OBC4. Correct.
Is this clear now?
Yes, sir. Now it is clear.
Anything that we wanted to post in a finance or controlling a finance journal entries, will I be able to control now with only these two, OB41 and OBC4, any field? It can be customer, it can be vendor, it can be asset, or it can be GL account, it can be invoice, or whatever type that I wanted to post. Make sense?
Yes, sir. Now it makes sense. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
great. Okay. Any other question?